Hey everyone, Ashley here from Aggressor Adventures. Today we're outside the delicious Cucina503 here in Augusta, Georgia. We're here to talk with the owner and chef, Edward Mendoza. Chef Ed is also the Aggressor Adventures Executive Chef Trainer. We're gonna go inside and check it all out. Hey Chef Ed, how's it going?
Hey Ashley, how are you?
Elbows?
Yes, we're in a new COVID world.
Yeah, thanks for having us here today.
Thank you guys for coming.
We're excited. Do you mind giving us a quick tour?
Well, we have our dining room here, we see, and off to the back there is our secondary dining room. And then from here we go into the bar. We have 45 to 50 different bourbons and whiskeys all the time, 6 different craft beers on tap, about 10 or 15 different wines by the glass, and generally 4 or 5 different signature cocktails every evening.
Nice.
So from here, we'll go to all the hardware cabinets.
Give us a little history about Cucina.
So Cucina is an Italian from scratch restaurant we opened 5 years ago. I moved back here from Dallas, and one of the reasons is for the Masters Golf Tournament. So we do a lot of catering during Masters, and we do a lot of the golfers, and so that's kind of what brought me to here.
All right, Chef Ed, so tell us, what are we making today?
So we're going to roll out and make some pasta, and have pasta with red sauce, and then we are going to do a lobster salad with Cucina dressing. So, you know, the Cucina dressing is one of the ones that everybody likes so much.
Yes, it's mine and my husband's favorite.
So we're going to go ahead, and I think we'll make that today. I'll show everybody how to make it from scratch so they can make it at the house, because once you have it, you'll understand.
Yes, delicious.
So to start, okay, we're going to make a simple, what we call a simple vinaigrette. And it's generally 2 to 1, which is 2 parts oil, 1 part red wine vinegar. We have a little bit of red onion, and 1 cup of sugar. So the way we started is, we're going to take our red wine vinegar, put it in, add all our onion, add our sugar, and then we're going to let it run. Now that we go ahead and I've got it down today where it's already run, it's 2 minutes, and it's thing, we're going to slowly drizzle our oil in to finish the vinaigrette. And it really is that quick and that easy. 4 ingredients, and probably not, 3 minutes later by the time you're said and done. And there's your Cucina salad dressing that we're going to put on the lobster salad.
Delicious.
And when I went down on the 3 and 4 and worked with Anna and Jerry, we went down and we taught everybody how to make fresh pasta. So now they make fresh pasta on both the boats in Belize. So we have 4 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. We separate the whites from the yellows, and we keep the yellows, and then we have 2 cups of flour. We're going to save a little bit just there. This is any kind of food processor. This is a restaurant one, Roku, but you can use any kind of KitchenAid, whatever it may be. And we're going to let this run. This is just olive oil and just a touch of water. Water, milk, any of those things can work. And now we have it to where you can see when you bring it together, it works into a ball.
Yeah, nice and doughy.
So yeah, you take a little bit and just kind of roll it in your hand, and then you can see what we'll roll it into. Once you get a stretch, okay, we know that it's all right to knead. So we're going to take it, flip it to the table. And now work it into the dough itself. One of the secrets to it also is how you start the width of your dough, because when you go to roll it through, it's gonna get crazy on you, and we're gonna end up getting it very long. So you wanna make sure you keep your 2 thumbs and press it 2 thumbs wide. Okay, then when you're 2 thumbs wide, you're just gonna roll it out. So once we get it to here, we have our pasta cutter, right? Cut it down.
How many servings does this make?
This will make about 10 or 12 batches of pasta, depending on what we're making. So this is you start from here, and then we can kind of turn it into a little bit of everything. Lasagna sheets, fettuccine, linguine, raviolis, angolatis, bow tie pasta. There's all kinds of different things that you can turn it into. So once we have our pasta dough made, okay, we're going to start at the biggest, number 1, and we're going to roll it to number 7. And then you'll see as we go through, each number twice. Okay, so this, we're already at 3. We take lasagna in the restaurant to 6. Okay, so we keep going, and then at 6, I'll show you. You can start to see as we do it, how much longer it gets. It keeps going and going and going. But at that point then, we would take it. We have our pasta cutter. Okay, and that would be a sheet we would use for lasagna. And then, we have the part that everybody loves. Okay, so we'll take this. Take it into 2 sheets. Then we can take our lasagna sheets and break these down into the noodles.
Wow.
And that goes down to your angel hair.
Chef Ed, can you tell me a little about this machine?
Well, this is the neat thing, is it's an Atlas pasta machine. It doesn't take up much space, and you can see on the boats we're limited with space in what we have. So with a little machine like this, flour, eggs, and some olive oil, we can make a lot of fresh pasta, as opposed to having all the boxes that take up storage space under the seats or in the cabinets, or do whatever they may be. And besides, fresh pasta is just a superior product.
Right. So currently only the Belize 3 and 4 have
the Aggressor 3 and 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Only have these right now. So hopefully going forward, if you guys want fresh pasta, maybe we can start having it more on more Aggressors.
Yeah.
Have that Aggressor standard. All right. So what are we making now?
So we've got our vinaigrette that we made earlier, and now we're going to put it to work. And we're going to use, up to 3 and 4. There's a lot of these are North American lobsters, but there's spiny lobsters down there that don't have the claws and have the tails. So I figured we would do a lobster salad. We have some spring mix here, avocado, tomatoes, fresh out of the garden, just like we do in Belize. We get all the markets down there to get all the produce that is on the ships, radish, cucumbers, and red onion. A little bit of avocado. So if you just want to take all this, minus the lobster claws, mix it in the bowl. We're going to coat it with some salt and pepper and some vinaigrette, and fill it with a lobster salad. Give you a little bit of salt there. Avocado, a little bit of pepper here. And then we're going to take our salad dressing that we made earlier. Dress it, give it all a nice mix. claws. Gotta find all those chunks of lobster. Can't miss those. And there's lobster salad.
That looks beautiful.
So what we're gonna cook first is we're gonna take our angel hair that we made, and we're gonna make that with a red sauce. And then we're gonna take our fettuccine and we're gonna make that what we call cacio e pepe with butter and Parmesan cheese and pepper. So the difference between fresh pasta and, yep, you can go ahead and go in. The difference between fresh pasta and dried pasta is it's great that fresh pasta cooks in probably 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a minute at the most, where dried pasta usually takes, 15 to 20 minutes. So it still takes the same 15 or 20 minutes to cook your pasta, but most of your time is in your preparation, not in your cooking. Alright, so just gonna give it a move around in the pasta box. Once it's good there, come up, and I don't mind because we have tomato sauce and it works if you get a little bit of water from the pasta, your pasta water, into your tomato sauce. Okay?
Now how can you tell the pasta's done? Since it's already soft.
Yeah, it's just a matter of looking at it and knowing.
Yeah.
It's 30,
Yeah.
It's just a minute or whatever. It's so, especially with these noodles, they're so little that they cook so quickly. These will cook faster than the fettuccine because the fettuccine is a little bit bigger of a noodle. Fresh basil. And then we'll come there and we'll just play. And then of course always a little fresh Parmesan cheese on top. And we'll add a little bit of fresh basil on top.
Yum.
Okay.
Can't wait to dig into that.
Okay, the last one we got is we're gonna make the cacio e pepe, so the fettuccine. And same thing. We're gonna start to melt our butter. I just like to move them around so they separate, so they don't stick together. And then a little bit of that pasta water in the pan. Doesn't hurt either. Okay, once we get our noodles coated in butter, we'll go to the plate. And again, fresh Parmesan cheese. And a little bit of cracked black pepper.
How far advanced can you make fresh pasta? How long does it last?
We roll it out every day, but you can make it and freeze it, and it will last for a good week or two easily before you have to cook it off. Okay, we spend enough time in this hot kitchen. Let's go eat.
Wow, Chef, this looks delicious. I can't wait to dig in. But before we do, tell me a little bit about in Belize what you've noticed when shopping for produce or meats.
Well, the meats are different in the fact that the beef is, I don't find to be as high of quality in Belize as I do in the States. So what we do on the ships is we try to use some of the cuts that aren't, like everyone is used to the ribeye in the States. It's a nice big, it's not as good in Belize. So what we try to do is we use the short ribs and we use the shanks, and we use things that we can braise over a long period of time and tenderize and develop our flavor that way as opposed to through the meats themselves.
So since you've been on our yachts a couple of times, what is something you're most impressed with?
The thing I find most impressive is the sustainability. The fact that when Anna and Jerry and those guys go shopping, they go to all the markets and try to find everything as local as they can, whether it's the meats, the fish, the produce, and that is, I like that because they know where they're getting it from, and they know the same people every week. They kind of find out, well, they pick some of the better stuff for them because they're there repeatedly all the time. Can't not have the big lobster claw. And a nice piece of lobster meat.
Yum. That looks amazing.
So.
That's so good. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of Deep Dive. We really enjoyed creating and tasting this delicious meal. See you next time. Rolling.
Yes.
Hey guys, Ashley here from Aggressor. Today we are. Hey Ash. Try to like it. I just don't.
Hey, that's good for your wallet.
His wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a filet mignon girl, so. Having us
Thank you
here.
guys for having me. Thanks for coming
We're
in.
excited to get. I forgot what I was supposed to say.
I don't know what to say about.
Executive Chef Trainer. Let's go inside and check it out. What was that? Chef Ed, can you tell us a little about your culinary history?
All right, cut.